truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I so swear.
Thank you.
Good morning. Is it Officer Simmons or
Detective Simmons, but you can call me whatever you'd like.
Detective Simmons? It's April 17, 9:05 a.m. Here for the deposition of Detective Simmons. You were here during one of the earlier depositions of, I believe, Officer Bogany, correct?
No, sir. That was a different day.
Okay, you were here for
The
the plaintiff's depositions.
Correct.
And so you heard the instructions from counsel about the way depositions go, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're doing really good just answering affirmatively, correct?
Yes.
Rather than head nods, things like
Correct.
that. And then the court reporter can only transcribe one of us at a time, so we have to go a little bit slower than a normal conversation.
Understood.
All right, great. Have you been deposed before?
No.
Okay, first time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, have you ever been involved in any civil litigation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how many times?
Just one other time other than this that I know of.
Okay, and what was that circumstance?
I was chief of police for the Shepherd Police Department, arrested a city council member, and they terminated my employment because of, and then I sued the city on a Whistleblower Act and won.
Okay, so you were the plaintiff in a federal claim.
Correct.
Okay, how long ago was that?
2009, maybe? 8, 9?
Okay.
2009.
Do you know which jurisdiction it was in? Like, was it Eastern District?
No, sir, I don't. We never went to court, so they settled out.
Okay, got it. So there was never actual lawsuit filed, as far as you know.
As far as I know, I don't.
Okay. How long have you been with the Livingston Police Department?
Since June of 2020.
Okay, and the whole time you've been there was Chief Parrish the chief of police?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you familiar with Texas Penal Code 38.02 regarding failure to identify?
I am.
Okay. What is your understanding of when a citizen is legally required to identify themselves to law enforcement in Texas?
When they've been detained.
When they've been detained?
Right. Detained for an offense.
Okay, just detained?
Correct.
Okay. When's the last time you looked at Texas Penal Code 38.02?
I couldn't tell you. I look at various codes in different times.
Okay. Have you arrested individuals before who had not identified themselves to you while you had them detained?
Only one other time.
Okay.
Only one time. I apologize.
What time was that?
Gentleman was under an overpass, burning.
Okay, and so did you arrest him specifically for failure to identify?
No, I arrested him for the burning, which would have been a citation, and then for fail to ID.
Okay, so you intended to cite him for the offense of the burning. So at that point, do you understand that even when you're citing somebody, it's considered an arrest?
Correct.
Okay, and so you were not actually detaining that individual, you were arresting him when he refused to identify.
Correct.
Okay. So how about when you are just detaining somebody where you don't have probable cause to arrest, but you're just detaining them?
Okay.
Have you ever arrested anybody in that circumstance for failing to identify?
No, I've never had an incident like that.
Okay. So then at the time of February 4, 2022, during that detention of the plaintiffs, you believed that the individuals in the vehicle were legally required to identify themselves?
Correct.
Okay. And what was the basis for that belief?
Harassment?
Okay, so was the basis... so you were detaining them for suspicion of harassment?
For a probable cause of harassment.
So you thought you had probable cause at the time?
I know I had it.
Okay. You know you had it, but you didn't cite him for it? did you?
No,
You didn't arrest him for it.
no,
And it sounded like as well that, and you never used the words to the plaintiffs during the stop, harassment.
correct.
And you only indicated that you were going to arrest the driver for failing to identify if he didn't give you an ID.
Correct.
Okay. So when did you form this basis that probable cause existed for harassment?
When they parked in front of the police department.
Okay, so this was not a determination you made after February 4th?
No, goodness, no.
Okay. Does your police report indicate anything about your probable cause for harassment?
Yes.
All right. When did you draft that police report?
Oh,
Was it the same day or was it another day?
honestly, I can't tell you.
Okay. Did you have any discussions with any other peace officers prior to or during the drafting of your police report?
Objection form.
Like as in while I'm writing it?
Yeah, during prior to you drafting the incident report, or even during the drafting of the incident report, did you have any discussions with any peace officer concerning the incident?
Officer Reyes?
Okay. Anyone else?
No.
What do you understand the elements of? Do you know what Texas Penal Code addresses harassment?
As in the statute number?
Yes.
I couldn't tell you the statute number, no.
Okay. Do you describe in your words what you understand the elements of harassment to be?
Objection form.
The element of harassment in the case of this would be them communicating to me that they were going to harm me and placing me in fear of bodily injury and or the other officers or persons in the police department that I believed that they were going to try to assault.
Okay. I'll get to that in a second. What did you do to prepare for today's deposition?
Took a shower, put on clothes.
Okay. Did you have discussions with anybody about the substance of anyone else's deposition testimony?
No.
Okay. Did you have any discussions yesterday, for example, with Middleton
No, sir.
or today?
No, sir.
Okay. How about Barker?
Not about this.
But you talked to Barker yesterday?
Today.
You talked to him today?
Correct.
Okay. How do you communicate with him?
In person?
Okay. But it wasn't about the plaintiffs?
No.
Okay. So you mentioned that the plaintiffs communicated that they were going to harm you.
Correct.
Tell me what that communication was.
So by them following me around and then following me to the store, waiting for me to get out, the way they parked at the store, the way that they followed me out of the store, the way they followed me down the street, the way that they came back to the police department, the way that they got the body armor on and everything, and the way that they parked in front of the police department, that was all them communicating to me a threat.
Okay. So did they verbally communicate any kind of harm to you?
No.
Okay.
But verbal communication is only a small percentage of communication.
Okay. I'm going to object to non-responsive.
Okay.
It's everything after no. So then you were not aware in February of 2022 that in Texas, citizens are only required to identify themselves if they've been lawfully arrested?
Objection form.
You're saying I didn't know the law for IDing me? Yes, I do.
My question was, were you aware in February 2022, February 4th, 2022,
Sure.
that citizens are only required to identify themselves when they have been lawfully arrested?
Objection form.
I did know that, yes.
Okay, so they didn't need to identify themselves if they were just being detained.
Objection form.
That's not true either.
Okay, that's not true based on have you read, here, let me, And you didn't cite, just for clarification, you never cited any plaintiffs in this case for failure to identify, correct?
Again, no.
Even though they never did identify themselves.
Correct.
Okay. So the text of 38.02 of the Texas Penal Code states, a person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence address, or date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested the person and requested the information.
Okay.
Okay, did it say, that doesn't say anything about if you lawfully detain them, does it?
Objection form.
No, it doesn't say that in there.
Okay. Are you aware of a city ordinance that would require individuals to identify themselves if they were detained?
Objection form.
No, I don't know that we have one.
Okay. Do you understand the legal standards for being able to detain someone?
Yes.
Okay, and what do you need in order to detain them?
Reasonable suspicion.
Okay, describe in your own words reasonable suspicion.
More than mere suspicion and less than probable cause.
Okay, so does do hunches form the basis of reasonable suspicion?
Of reasonable suspicion?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so do you agree then that you would need something more than like a gut feeling?
Yes.
Okay. And then in order to arrest somebody, what do you need?
Probable cause.
Okay, and what do you understand probable cause to be?
The articulable facts of me, a police officer, that a crime is occurring, did occur, or is about to occur.
Okay. So what do you understand, in your own words, what do you understand would constitute the crime of harassment?
I'm sorry, I thought I just told you that. The scaring of me by them communicating, them placing me in fear of bodily injury or death by the communication of them following me around and the rest of their actions.
Okay. And so you were in a marked police vehicle, correct?
Yes, I was.
And you were on duty.
I was.
Okay, and so you as a police officer acknowledge that you're a government employee.
Correct.
All right. And at any point, did you observe any of the plaintiffs violating any traffic laws?
No.
Okay. And so I understand your perception of them being following you. But other than the following, did you observe them make any threatening or obscene gestures to you?
The whole thing as a totality was a threatening and obscene gesture to me, yes.
Okay.
So the answer would be yes.
But you never actually charged them with harassment, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay. So if you believe you have probable cause for harassment, why didn't you state that to the plaintiffs during the detention?
Because I don't tell everybody what I'm doing as a police officer.
Why didn't you tell it to Reyes?
Do I have to tell him?
Okay.
I don't need to tell him. That's why I didn't tell him.
Okay. You let the plaintiffs go after Officer Reyes informed you that Brandon White was in the vehicle, correct?
Released him after I confirmed that was Brandon White by Officer Reyes walking up and pointing him out to me, yes.
Okay. So if you have probable cause for harassment, why would learning one passenger's identity in the stop?
Because at that time I felt that they weren't there to kill us any longer, and that they were there to just record us and bait us into doing something that they could post on their YouTube channel. And I was so relieved at that fact that I let them go.
Okay. So then would you state then that once you recognized that these individuals filmed police, that you no longer had probable cause for harassment?
Definitely not. I did still have the elements. I could have made the arrest, but as a peace officer, we have the right not to make the arrest as well. Therefore, I did not.
Okay, so if I understand your position correctly, prior to you identifying Brandon White, you had no idea what these guys were doing.
Correct. Other than trying to kill me.
Okay, trying to kill you. Okay, and that's based on more than just a hunch that they were trying to kill you?
That was based on my probable cause, yes.
Okay, tell me specific articulable facts that existed on February 4th, 2022 that the plaintiffs were trying to kill you.
Very good. So as I passed Walmart, they pulled out and got behind me. I changed lanes, sped up. They did as well. I then went to a gas station to see if they were going to follow me in. They did. I went to drive around the gas station to see if they would follow me around the gas station, and they began to follow me around the gas station, and then they stopped. And when I drove around the gas station, I parked in front. I saw their vehicle backed into a parking spot so that they could easily get out and flee. And I sat and watched, and nobody got out of the car. Then I walked in the store, watching behind me the whole time because I believe that they're up to no good, and get a drink, give them some time to come into the store. They never came into the store. I exited the store, went back out to my car. They're still seated in their car. I backed out of my parking spot. They pulled forward. I left through the parking lot. They drove through the parking lot following me, right behind me. I turned out onto the road. They were right behind me. I turned right. They were right behind me, following me. I drove into an empty parking lot where there was no traffic at the time because I believed that if I was going to get into a gun battle, I needed to make as much room as possible to not get anybody in the crossfire. They went straight. I watched them. They made a right on the feeder road. I left, went back to the PD. I'm talking to Officer Reyes in the patrol car as they come driving by. And as they come driving by, I said, "Tito, that is the car that's following me." He backed out and followed the car and then called me and said, "Hey, they're at the corner down here. This guy's just put on body armor," and got back in the car. Roughly, as they were driving through, I apologize, as they drove through, I got their license plate and ran their license plate while the Tito was following them. And I got a return that it came back out of Laredo. So now they're from a place where I know there to be high narcotics and cartel members. And being a former narcotics agent, could this be somebody that's coming after me? And then when they parked, they came back around the block and parked in the second parking spot there, facing the door to the PD, the back door to the PD, where they had a clear shot. And that's when I decided this has gone far enough.
Okay.
And
at the time, they were parked in the bank park. Well, let me back up. Did they ever follow you home?
what do you mean home?
Did they ever follow you home?
Describe home.
You have a residence, correct?
Okay.
That's on your driver's license?
Well, sometimes I consider work home.
Are you registered to vote?
I am.
Objection
And did you
for-
register, is your registration address the PD?
No, but it could be.
Okay, so you have a home where there's a bed, right?
Correct.
Okay, did they follow you home?
No.
Okay, did they follow you in your personal vehicle?
I don't know.
As far as you know, did they follow you in your personal vehicle?
No.
Did they ever follow you into any restricted area?
Did they? No.
Okay. And and so prior to you initiating a stop, did you have any information as to whether or not these guys were armed?
I imagined them to be armed.
You
yes.
imagined them to be, but did you know?
Everybody in Texas has a gun. So in my mind, yes.
But so I'm not talking about in your mind, right? I'm talking about if any officer was in your situation, they can point to a specific articulable fact that they were armed.
I would think any officer would think
I'm not asking you
articulable
that.
facts.
I'm not asking you to think of what other officers. I'm saying point to a specific articulable fact that any other officer can point to say, yes, they were armed.
The following, the everything.
Specifically that they were armed. Do you have any specific articulable fact prior to you initiating a stop that these individuals were armed? It's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Yes. What specific articulable fact did you have that these individuals were armed?
The totality of the circumstances, as I've said before.
Okay. We don't need, so everything you said up to that point, the fact that they were following you in public spaces means they were armed.
Objection form.
Right?
Objection form.
So the fact that they are following me, that they are following somebody who has a specific set of instances.
Okay, I'm going to object to non-responsive. It was essentially a yes or no question.
Okay, I answered yes.
So let me ask you this then. How many people in your law enforcement career have you pulled over?
Oh goodness, I can't say.
Can't even count, right?
Correct.
Okay, is it reasonable for individuals that you pull over to think you're going to kill them?
Objection
No.
form.
It's not reasonable, right?
Correct.
Even though you follow them, right?
How long did I follow them?
It doesn't matter. To pull someone over, you follow them, right?
Objection form.
I get behind them. Okay.
Okay. You get behind them, you initiate a stop,
Correct.
right? And you get out and you talk to them,
I
right?
do.
And you're armed,
Yes, I am.
okay? But it's unreasonable for them to think that you're going to kill them, right?
Correct.
Okay. So when you went to the gas station, what drink did you get?
A Coke.
Okay, Coke. Even though you thought there was going to be a shootout.
Coca-Cola. Yes.
Okay.
You don't want to be thirsty.
At any point, did you call up any backup?
No.
All right. Did you ever initiate a felony stop?
No.
Do you know what a felony stop is?
Yes, that's why I answered no.
Okay, what is a felony stop?
Yeah, it's when more than one car is there. You order them out of the car at gunpoint and have them walk back and all this good stuff.
Had you you mentioned your experience as a narcotics officer? Had you ever worked in Laredo?
No, but I've arrested many people that are associated with Laredo.
Okay, but you never worked in Laredo.
No.
Okay. Did you have any intelligence or any information whatsoever that the blue Prius with that specific license plate was involved in the drug trade?
No.
Okay, matter of fact, when you ran the license plate, did you receive any information whatsoever to indicate it was involved in the drug trade?
No.
Okay, what information did you receive when you ran the license plate?
That the vehicle was from Laredo and the owner?
Okay, were there any active warrants?
No.
Matter of fact, you knew, it told you who the registered owner of the vehicle was, correct?
Correct.
And that was Mr. Rincon.
It was his father.
Okay. So you did have some identifying information even before you pulled up behind them?
Correct.
Okay. So I understand you're talking about the totality of the actions of the plaintiffs, right? I think we've covered that.
Okay.
But were there any specific words or gestures that you observed the plaintiffs do that gave you cause for concern?
Him speaking Spanish.
Okay. Anything else?
No, because once he started speaking Spanish, I had no idea what he was saying.
Okay. And you also observed, too, when you went up to the vehicle that the individuals, at least one of the individuals, was filming you, correct?
I noticed that most of them, if not all of them, were filming. Yes, sir.
Right away?
Yes, sir. Right away.
Okay, even the individuals in the back seat?
I did see the phones, yes.
Okay. So you were able to see the individuals in the back seat. Did it appear to you that the tent might have been unlawful?
The tent?
The tent.
The window tinting?
Yes.
I don't think there was any unlawful tint on the windows. It wasn't something I could see into the car very clearly.
Okay. And you observed that the bank, they were parked in an actual parking spot, correct?
It was street parking, yes, sir.
Okay. So if you truly believe that the plaintiffs were coordinating a potential attack, why did you approach their vehicle alone without backup and without taking any precautions?
Oh, precautions were taken.
Well, let me do it this way. Did you call for backup before you approached the vehicle?
No need to, because I've worked with Officer Reyes for a while, and I knew he would be coming right away.
But you didn't call Reyes until you realized you needed a Spanish speaker.
Correct.
So when you approach the vehicle, right? When you approach the vehicle after you pull up behind it, you did not call for backup, right?
Correct.
And then when you got out of your vehicle, you did not have your hand on your firearm.
I did not.
And you walked right up to the vehicle.
I did.
And you began communicating with the plaintiffs.
Correct.
And you observed that they were armed.
I observed that they all had cell phones in their hands.
Okay, but you knew they were armed.
I knew they were armed.
And you didn't care.
Correct.
Okay. And then once you called Reyes, it was because you needed him to help translate.
Correct.
And Reyes came and he walked right up as well, right?
Correct.
He didn't have his weapon drawn.
No, he did not.
Right? And Reyes came up and was able to immediately communicate.
I'm sorry.
Reyes came up and was able to immediately communicate with everybody.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. And once you realized one of the individuals was Brandon White, the stop had terminated. Right?
Correct.
Okay. Did you work the following day?
I worked the entire weekend, yes, yes,
okay.
Sir.
And then how about that Monday?
No, I was off.
Okay.
Well, so I worked nights.
Okay.
So Sunday night into Monday morning, but I would have left by 6-ish.
Okay. Did you have any communications with Detective Barker prior to him going to get an arrest warrant?
No.
Did you have any communications with Detective Middleton prior to him obtaining arrest warrant?
No, sir.
Okay, so neither of those individuals communicated with you concerning the substance of your incident report?
Correct.
Okay. How about Chief Parrish?
No, sir.
Okay. Lieutenant Drake?
No, sir.
Okay. Once you drafted the incident report, I had a note to print that out yesterday, and I somehow. What's your PDID number?
My badge number or my employee number?
Your PD ID number for when you do incident reports, the number you put in. Is it 339 or was it?
No.
Okay.
339?
What was your PD ID number? Would it be 653?
That's my payroll number.
Okay. And
217.
And then what's your, so 653 when you go into the badge system?
Oh, yes. That's how it logs me, is knowing me, correct.
Okay. And then your badge number at the time?
217.
217.
Still today.
Okay. So when you wrote the incident report, did you actually identify a charge in the incident report, or was it just an incident report?
It was just an incident report,
Okay.
I believe.
So you didn't actually put in a charge of harassment in the report?
No, sir.
Okay. And so when you do an incident report, what's the next steps? So you put in an incident report, there's no charge on it, what happens next?
Well, the CID will get it.
Okay. And then is your involvement pretty much done at that point?
As a patrol officer, generally speaking.
So on this matter, once you wrote your incident report, did you have any other involvement in the case?
Just the arrest.
Okay, who did you arrest?
Mr. White, Brandon White.
Okay. So you testified earlier that you indicated that you thought the plaintiffs were harassing you in your incident report, correct?
I believe that the incident report does show the circumstances to be harassment, yes.
Okay, do you know if you actually used the phrase or the charge harassment in your narrative?
I don't know.
Okay, but you'd acknowledge that the report speaks for itself, right?
Yes.
When's the last time you reviewed your narrative in your incident report?
I couldn't tell you.
Did anyone review your incident report to see if it was complete?
As in, like a supervisor would do? I
Right.
don't understand. But again, I couldn't tell you. Once we write them, they'll go to CID, so.
And if they had any questions about the substance of your report, they would ask you?
Yes, I would think so.
Has that happened in the past?
Yes.
Okay, but in this instance, no one reached out to speak to you about your incident report?
No, sir.
Okay. So you didn't make any any decision whatsoever to charge any plaintiff in this case?
No, I didn't make a decision to charge anybody. If I was going to arrest him, I would have done it that night.
Okay, and so you weren't involved in any discussions with anybody concerning charging the plaintiffs in this case?
No, sir.
Okay. So had the plaintiffs not identified themselves, or I take it back because they didn't identify themselves, had you not learned Brandon White was in the vehicle, did you intend to arrest them for failing to identify, or at least the driver?
I was going to arrest them for harassment.
Okay, even though you never mentioned it during the stop at all?
Correct.
Okay. You were not going to arrest at least Mr. Rincon for failing to identify?
I was going to arrest all 4 persons in the vehicle for harassment.
But my specific question was...
No.
Okay. Failure to identify?
No.
Okay. Were you familiar with First Amendment auditors prior to this incident?
I had known of them, correct, yes.
Okay, what was your, what did you know generally about First Amendment auditors?
That they like to go around and video instances with the police.
Do you understand if they have a right to do so?
I understand they do have that right.
Okay. How about any of the plaintiffs? Were you familiar with any of the plaintiffs prior to February 4, 2022?
No, sir.
Okay, you referred to, at the time of the incident, you referred to Mr. White as Mr. Popular. Do you recall that?
No.
Okay. When Reyes informed you, Officer Reyes informed you that that's Brandon White, America First in the backseat, you walked up to the vehicle and said, "Oh, who's Mr. White? Oh, you're Mr. Popular." Does that sound familiar?
That sounds like something I would say.
Okay. So what knowledge did you have of Mr. White prior to February 4, 2022?
Just that he was arrested in Corrigan for burglary of a vehicle when he entered their police cars, that he was following them around, that the chief trying to get an interview with him or talk with him, that he'd been throughout the city and county.
Okay. How did you become aware of these incidents?
Just rumor mill.
Okay, like other police officers?
Correct.
Okay. Did you receive, was there any guidance or discussion with any Livingston police leadership?
No, sir.
Okay, had you, prior to February 4th, had you watched any of Mr. White's videos?
No, sir.
Okay. Prior to February 4th, 2022, there were signs erected in the Livingston employee parking lot, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why were those signs erected?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, do you recall any discussions internally concerning the erection of those signs?
No, sir.
Okay, so you don't know if it had anything to do with Brandon White at all?
No, sir, I do not know.
Okay. Is it against the law for a vehicle to follow a cop car around the city of Livingston?
No, sir.
Okay. And I want to go into a little bit more detail on the search warrants. I know generally you said you weren't involved, or sorry, the arrest warrants, you weren't involved, but I just want to break it down. Did you provide any input for the arrest affidavits?
No, sir.
Okay.
Well, other than my report.
Okay.
No verbal communication with anybody.
Okay. No one. Were you even asked questions concerning your report, whether it was complete or final, around the time the affidavits were being drafted?
No, sir.
Did you review the affidavits before they were submitted to the judge?
No, sir.
Okay. Were you asked at all whether were you given the opportunity to review the affidavits?
No, sir.
Did you testify before a grand jury in this matter?
No, sir.
Do you know who did?
No, sir.
Are you aware that Chief Parrish released a press release concerning this incident?
Am I aware now or was I aware then?
Are you aware now?
I am aware now.
Okay. Did you review that press release?
Never seen it.
Okay. So you were never provided any opportunity to review the press release prior to its publication?
Correct.
Was any of your conduct that night reviewed by any supervisors?
I imagine so, yes.
Okay. Do you actually know?
No.
Okay. At the time, in February 2022, who was your supervisor?
That's a good question. February. Was it?
You can't ask somebody else.
I don't know.
Okay. Who is it now?
Right now, I work directly for Lieutenant Mitchell.
Okay. So at some point, Lieutenant, I assume you're trying to question whether there was an intermediary between you and Lieutenant Drake at the time?
There would have been, I'm sure, But at that time, we were going through some changes in personnel. I worked for Sergeant Ward, for a long time, but I don't know if he was still there at that time. I know we didn't have a sergeant on shift, but I don't know if that's because they were on vacation or because we were trying to fill that position.
What specific training did you receive concerning the difference between, well, let me back up. Give you some context here. Individuals, do you agree that individuals have a right to criticize police?
Oh, yes, sir.
Do you acknowledge individuals have a right to argue with police?
When they're not violating the law?
Well,
yes.
Right. Do you think arguing with police could violate the law?
I think that if people are violating the law and then argue with the police, it's not good.
It's not good, but is it illegal?
No.
Okay. So do you understand the difference between constitutionally protected activity and criminal harassment?
Objection form.
I do.
Okay. Had you received any what specific training did you receive concerning an individual's First Amendment rights?
No specific training other than general training in the police academy.
Okay. And how long ago were you in the police academy?
2007.
Okay. Do you know if, for example, filming police is a First Amendment activity?
Do I know if it is? I know it's not illegal. Okay. So yes.
But you know that it's specifically a First Amendment activity?
Correct.
Okay. How did you learn that?
Freedom of speech.
Yeah. How did you learn that filming police is a First Amendment activity?
Oh, just the news, I guess.
Okay. But no specific training on it?
No.
Okay. Once you drafted your incident report, did you ever go back to review it for like accuracy or if you needed to add any supplements?
I did go back and look at it. I never made any changes.
And at the time you drafted the police report, did you review your body camera footage?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you usually review your body camera footage when drafting incident reports?
But sometimes yes, sometimes no. So it's a hard question to answer.
Okay, but you can't recall if you did it here.
Correct. I do not recall.
So what concerning harassment, at what point did you think you had probable cause to arrest or charge the plaintiffs with harassment?
Once they parked in the parking spot, I had everything I needed for harassment.
Okay, so prior to them parking in the parking spot, you think you would have only had reasonable suspicion?
No. Pretty much after the phone call with Officer Reyes, when they put on the body armor and then came back and parked.
Okay, when you heard that they had put on body armor, were they following you?
Yes, they were.
Well, let me back up. Where were you at?
I was standing under the sally port of the police department.
Okay, and could you observe the plaintiff's vehicle at that point?
No.
Okay, so at that specific point, plaintiffs were not following you.
I would consider the whole thing to be following me.
But I'm talking at that specific point, you were at the police station, right?
I was.
And Reyes was actually following the plaintiffs.
Correct.
Okay. And so at that specific instance, you were not in your vehicle, right?
I was not.
Okay. Had you reported to dispatch any concerns about that your life was being threatened?
I had just run their license plate.
Okay, but did you report to dispatch
No.
that your life was being threatened?
No.
Okay. So once you got the information from Reyes, you thought you had probable cause at that point to arrest the plaintiffs for harassment?
Correct.
Okay, so when you when you pulled up behind them at the bank, what investigation is it that you needed to do?
Get them out of the car and find out who they were so I could put them in jail.
Okay, why didn't you do that?
Because after learning that it was Mr. White and learning that they weren't there to kill me, just so relieved, I didn't arrest them.
Okay. So prior to you even pulling them over, you thought your intent was to arrest them for harassment.
Correct.
Okay. But you didn't do that.
I did not.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your time. I will reserve all future questions for a time of trial.
I'll reserve mine until the time trial.
It's 9:51 a.m. You're off the record.